Good morning and welcome to another edition of the program Sports Update Extra, where they come to you from the Society for the Democracy 98.1 FM. And I'm Jaffa Mans Davis for this edition, and today inside this edition for local sports, we'll look at waiting for the responsibility of clubs in managing violence as we get just 9 games to go inside the Leoroc Premier League. Plus waiting fans they also for do for complement the club the effort for make sure say we not witness any kind of violence we go stall or delay the completion of the 2025-2026 league season. Same way, so we go look at some fixtures and results them for this match week 26. We don't they carry on as we go look on same way. So the international scene yesterday, surprise qualification for Aston Villa. What does this mean for the final on both Europa competitions them, and yourself go get a chance to make your point through the number 077 981 981, the number and 077 981 981 for be part of this edition and add the voice to the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program Sports Update Extra. You can also join the conversation on We Radio Democracy Facebook and YouTube page. And so, no go no side, the program, they continue. I am Jaffa Mans Davis, and with me at the studio, I get Mohammed Lamin Kebe. Mohammed, good morning, and welcome to this edition of the program.
Good morning, Jaffa, and good morning to family who listen to this program.
Yes, Mohammed Lamin Kebe. Yesterday, we also to talk about this aspect of violence now with footballing community or now with footballing atmosphere then. We'll pay attention a bit about referee and the board, their own action going forward. But I believe, say again, after the board, the club then get role for play and the fans then get role for play. Even where you go say security paramount on the board or maybe the FA, but in a league where it don't show very, very low turnout from supporters there on different venue, it look like there is less or no profit to be made by the board for this particular league season. How interesting or how challenging it get for be for able for survive this kind of atmosphere where don't they build up courtesy of that FA Cup match will be played this BNT for able for avoid that.
Jaffa, a lot I feel say the FA Cup now is sister competition to the Lyon Premier League. So now sister competition, Jaffa, as they say. So yes, Jaffa, not today we don't every season, whether it's FA Cup or whether it's Lyon Premier League or National League, or whether community leagues or community competitions, Jaffa, we always see such kind of thing not they happen. But I feel say can we continue for say, or can we discussion what we get yesterday for build up on them. I feel say yes going forward. Some of the things that we see each other program the yesterday, I feel say just need for it them going forward, because more especially you allude to the stage we're in right now in terms of the Leo Premier League. 9 games left, tensions are heightened. I feel say we need to get the best so that we will forget a decent game. Outside anybody, where you win or where you lost, you go appreciate by virtue of sportsmanship, and also so fair decisions need to be taken, Jaffa going forward, and also we talk about the role of the referees and also the role of people who watch game.
So the league not on the show turn up. You think say the board go kind of shy for make sure say then continue the effort of the amount of security where they at the venue, or because of that action they really need for improved security for as preparation for anyone will go on for sure.
I feel say yes, Jaffa. Even though we know they get a lot of people will watch the Leo Premier League, but I feel say you don't play with security because you never know the game where people then will turn up. Or the other advice could be some of the fixtures that we know, fixtures that we yes could get small amount of crowd as compared to the others. More especially when a deciding match, Jaffa. So I feel say we need for beef up security. in their games, and they are fairly well for this season. I feel say Leo Premier League, the management and the board, they don't do very well. Jaffa. So I feel say more need to be done for ensure say we not get a replica of what happened at the FA Cup.
How the club then therefore come into this for support the effort of the board for make sure say the SF played a role for make sure say their own fans them not take the violent route.
Jeff, I feel say they have a lot to do. Teams themselves get a lot for do. They need for the talk to the fans them. Some of them clubs and they know their fans them individually because we all agree say plenty times some of them people know they watch the game so much. So in some instances they know their fans them. They need for talk to them. In some cases, not only limited to the Leo Premier League. We don't get outside clubs and they instigate or teams them rather. More especially, this is predominant in community leagues. Community, and they instigate their own fans for Canafi. In some cases, I'm not saying the Leo Premier League, but that's predominant in community football. So talking about the role of teams, I feel say the need for talk to the fans for respect the decision of the referee. Nobody now need for going to feel because he feels say the decision where the referee take or a particular decision where the referee take not going in favor. Most decisions can get controversy, but there are steps to register your opinion if you feel say a particular decision where the referee take controversial. But taking to the field and engage in violent tactics is not a bon good begin. Football fans for him to understand that.
Come to think of it, a fixture we this are the refer to the FA Cup fixture we see fans and go to Kenya field and things like that. There were a lot of video footage na social media. It's been 5 working days now. Still no word on the investigation. The FA Cup. Was there anything that was really not obvious in that violence scene where, if you come to explanation, footages of what you foresee and things like that, they wait for don't make this investigation take this long?
Well, I know for prejudice, the reason behind all of this, more especially in terms of response from the right institutions. But this now the FA Cup competition, I think it lies squarely on the head of the SLFA, and then they look into that. And we are talking about Premier League, National Premier League, and I get more idea on the league as opposed to the FA Cup. But I trust the SLFA, I trust the New York School members, and I know say they get a disciplinary committee really look into matters, such matters in Jaffa. So I trust the process, and I want to believe say maybe some investigation will take time because of the nature of what really happened. If you don't get a lot of facts with a point clearly to add something, it will be difficult for them get a quick response. But I'm pretty sure that people with the SLFA, they get a disciplinary committee, they are being paid. I know say part of their job, Nadandi. So let me just wait as journalists. We will get a hearing from the disciplinary committee from the Salon Football Association.
Okay, 077-981-981 the number you go use. 077-981-981 the number you go use for be part of this edition. You can call now for make a contribution and add the voice to the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program Sports Update Extra. Still on football, they look at some of the fixtures, them the big picks for this week. Whose I would expect to see some very, very interesting results for match week 26. Of course, it don't start day before yesterday. Bulham Stars get a 2-1 victory against Luawa FC, and yesterday at home now they approved school field. The boys from Port Lockup by Bure Warriors demolished Freetown City Council by 5 goals to 1. Mohamed Lamin Kebe, it's been a while to see thumping Sconline na the Lerock Premier League, but this one, feel like a statement win for jugular people. I might say by Bure Warriors, kind of one for be back in the title race.
Yes, Jaffa is a thrilling one. Most times, Zaki Student scores there. It can remind me of your football. Most often than not, we get least amount of goals we can come up at Africa competitions, Africa football, more especially Salon. For get a Tom in victory like Dandy, very convincing. 5 goals from Bible Warriors, I feel speaks volume. Bible Warriors don't do very well in the last four seasons of the Premier League. I feel this performance, unlike all of the one that we don't get from Bible Warriors at this particular, they have played 26 games and 42 points secured, and then they 4 just after Old Edwardians. And the difference in point between them and Old Edwardians, but Old Edwardians then get a game for play. They are 1 game down as against Bible Warriors. I think it's a thrilling one.
Then they play today against FC Calon.
Yes, so then they get opportunity for length in the difference in points.
But now pressure there on them now.
A lot of pressure, Jaffa.
Because FC Calon also need points for climb up, but all the road and need for close gap with start spots. And this one going to be a very interesting mark. And imagine the kind of way how FC Calon cross pass Bo Rangers at the FA Cup. It could be a massive relief for them for build up on for play against Old Edwardian. But now a tight fixture.
A tight fixture, but it's also a friendly fixture because people can convince the two can confuse of the two teams in terms of ownership and all of that. Edwards but it's going to be a fine game, Jaffa, because of more importantly, there are many reasons why this match will be a fine game. But more importantly, because now 9 games left now. All teams in the island are fight for ensure say they will achieve what they want to achieve. Right now, as at the table this so. Many times we don't talk about table, the league table. We don't talk about different aspirations. There's some man will at the end of the season go for win cup, or when the season go middle or waiting. But just the one can second, the first can second. I said the first can first, but no one for come between the first and second because you want to just get the opportunity, the chance for qualify for play Champions League, for play the African Champions League. In England or Spanish, where you inside the first 4, it means you don't buy a ticket or play the Champions League. So it's the same, Jaffa. Different aspirations. And at this time, at the tail end of the league, I feel a defining moment for all teams. So the Old Edwardians versus FC Calon is going to be a thriller, Jaffa.
Okay, still on fixtures for today. FC Calon go play against Old Edwardians now. They approved school field. Then the SLFA Academy, Wilberforce Strikers go meet Bantal Football Club at the SLFA Academy on Saturday. Easter Lions go engage Ports Authority, and Bo Rangers Sef go welcome Star Sports Academy na the Southern Arena. On Sunday, it will be Wusum Stars up against Camboy Eagles na Kenema, whilst Mighty Blackpool they play host to Slipher Football Club. Then on Sunday again, I think it will be Abacha City up against Diamond Stars. This is not how things stand like inside this edition of the program. But then Mohamed Lamin Kebe, very, very interesting fixture. And with this round of fixture, it means say now 8 matches done left. But away from the local side, let's turn our attention to the international side. Yesterday, we see another very, very interesting turn of events from the way our teams them be look in the first leg, and how some teams are able to overpower them way for go through to the final. Notable example now Aston Villa up against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest been the win in the first leg by a single goal to nil. Then Aston Villa come in the second leg at home, at Villa Park, and thrash Nottingham Forest by 4 goals to nil. This is a very, very interesting one. One of the Is it a surprise for Aston Villa or not a surprise for Unai Emery when it comes to fixtures going to final?
Well, I feel say United may get an itch. Get a record. As you don't say, I think say in the recent time, the Umbo final past most coaches, there has been a Europa final, maybe not that final, and Europe for Win Cup. We see here in Nottingham Forest, outside Aston Villa for defeat Nottingham Forest by 4 goals to nil. And also Freiburg SC Braga. We discussed the Aston Villa, sorry, Jaffa. But then two teams there, Jaffa, you can agree with me, say, now English teams there. We don't see their performance in the English Premier League, Jaffa. So I think it's a continuation of the performance level between Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest and the league. And then we see Super the Europa where Nottingham Forest will only Aston Villa 1 goal, but we see Aston Villa turn down and convincingly beat Nottingham Forest by 4 goals to nil. For me, no kind of a surprise by virtue of their performance at the league, Jaffa.
Could it have been surprising for Nottingham Forest at the final? If I've been surprising for Nottingham Forest before go final, or like if I've been get that kind of belief say if they beat Aston Villa then for people win the final.
If we don't difficult for that appreciate than Nottingham Forest for them go final against Aston Villa. What will happen so? But football also Jaffa open to surprises and shocks. But at any given time, if you put Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest, by virtue of the recent performance, the first 7 or 8 teams, if you go to the English Premier League, you will see it, Jaffa.
Now, another interesting fact again, Freiburg, one of German Bundesliga teams, we really don't really get the best of time, but they make them a point of duty for move past boundaries, and now they're in a final and then beat Braga by 3 goals to nil at home. Could this be the actual test where we really need to see for the likes of Unai Emery? Because in almost all of the final, the way they go to Europa League competition, is the winner. But with Freiburg, could this be the biggest test for him?
It is another test for him. I will not say this could be the biggest test for him, but I feel against Freiburg, it's another test for him. But in my opinion, I feel apart from Unai Emery, I feel Aston Villa, they're a better team than Freiburg going forward.
Okay, continue for still to inside the program. Also, now the international scene, the Europa Conference League, Crystal Palace may come to the final. Very much convincing for able to go through in the final. First leg 3-1, second leg another 2-1. Oliver Glasner don't make some massive impact. Now, Crystal Palace, a team where at the middle of the season, where we don't lost Olise, he don't lost McGay, and he lost Eze. He been the thing say he for left the club. Now don't go to final. Could this be if you win the trophy for make you able to get an actual think of a decision and able for meet the management for able for buying idea and now say let's keep some players and so we can compete at the highest level?
You say for
Oliver Glasner. It be one for left Crystal Palace, where he lost Olise, Eze, and also McGay. If you win the final, could this be a perfect opportunity for able to make the board or the management of Crystal Palace see an idea on how they for keep talented players and for compete at the highest level?
Yes, Jaffa. An interesting one. We see how that will happen, more especially when Man City sign McGuay. I feel say for me, difficult for I don't see this kind of situation. It's like coach, they really vex. Say all of the materials like I don't say one left. One left now. One left Crystal Palace we lost Maguire. Not so Maguire for Maguire at this recent time.
Olise,
He
Eze,
lost Olise to Bayern Munich.
Eze.
He lost Eze to Arsenal and also Gray. But I think they don't do very well. Even in the league, he not do too much in the league because I think he's 15 in the league. So then people are never lost. Tell on the team at the league performance.
You go say this league performance deliberate because if you want to concentrate on European glory.
I know one for say so. I feel say the players are really lost. I feel say they get impact on the league. But for the Europa League, we will not see the same because you don't go final now. I feel say that's a good thing for him. And I want to believe he's one of the best coaches right now in the world.
I go rate the way I deal with incoming players them, because after Eze he signed a player from Villarreal, and he signed Johnson from Tottenham, and he signed Bruno Larsen from Wolverhampton, and some other players that will come for can gel up the squad. Coming into the squad after they signing and the way he lost, you find out say Crystal Palace begin lost game, drop points for fun, but he able for galvanize them and maintain a suitable place where they go for compete well for Premier League next season, but also go forward in the Europa Conference League.
Oh yes, Jaffa. So, but also Jaffa, looking at what you the point of Oliver Glasner, you say count one or two players, but them players and they really not really match up with the quality of players.
No, for sustain the squad, because when you lost big players like Olise, Eze, and Maguire, a very very big gap for any player where they come inside, whether a young player now or whether a new player now for come feeling, because them they get their own different style of play. You watch the one the way he sign a different type of players then just get space for one, but not get that confidence for all the play like how it be want for Duam. So it takes some time. It can take some time for them settle in, but he able to make sure they settle in very well and then compete in Europe better than waiting them be plan for.
Yes, Jaffa, but I feel say this is a project. A couch players and not going to adapt as how Eze and Olise them already adapt with the team. But I feel say he has a prospect, more especially when you don't take this team to final now for UEFA competition. Remember last season they won the trophy, they go final, but then they get Eze before he lost Olise, Jaffa, and we see they sign Eze and Maguire also go Manchester City. So for me, it makes some remarks where he lost 10 players and even one left, because if you see the most talented players, Crystal Palace sell them players to bigger teams. But that's the other side of football, business strategy, Jaffa. But I want to see how Glasgow they perform in the next season to come, and I want to see also how he will respond, how he will perform also now the Europa final against them.
Rayo Vallecano.
Yeah.
Now, make some massive comparison. Is this the biggest of surprise, or could Rayo Vallecano give Crystal Palace a good one for the money? Because Rayo Vallecano now the Spanish La Liga sit on 11th at the table. Crystal Palace they 15. And also one part team they are way go win the cup. You think it's a surprise?
And I think so they are teams of the same strength, almost the same strength, Jaffa, if not the same strength. So go on for the Conference League final between Crystal Palace and Rayo Vallecano. It's going to be an interesting one. But Jaffa, I'll say this quick. I feel say it is very pleasing for somebody like me where I like English football. For that we see 3 European finals. Champions League, we see Arsenal, an English team. Also Europa, we see Freiburg and also
Aston
Villa. And also Conference League, we see also Crystal Palace. I feel say we not lose sight of this one. That English football they do very well in terms of representation. Jaffa going forward. That's not just an outside of the discussion. What would you get, Jaffa? But coming back to the question, we asked Strasbourg and Rayo Vallecano and Crystal Palace. Rayo Vallecano, I don't watch the overtime. It's not let me get last B when they play games against Barcelona, Real Madrid on the day. They can do anything. They can even disturb Barcelona. They don't get wins against Barcelona. Then to tell to watch the top giants of the Spanish La Liga, even Real Madrid. So I feel say it's going to be a difficult one for Crystal Palace in that Conference League final. The Conference League final last season, now Chelsea was it Chelsea? I stand to correct it.
Chelsea.
The winner. So we want to see.
And then he go World Cup, he win Club World Cup.
Yes, maybe some Crystal Palace will get. I don't feel say they're eligible for play that competition. They going forward, but we want to see how this go pan out first. How all the finals and go pan out. Jaffa. But it looks good for English teams, Jaffa. For all the three finals, I feel say if I will give me opinion, we know what Champions League it's. I don't know if you really steer the ship will reach that side, Arsenal and PSG. But for Conference League, if I can give me opinion, even though na a final where the two teams then get almost equal strength, I will choose Crystal Palace. And also for the Europa Conference League, I will choose Aston Villa against Freiburg, the German Freiburg.
Okay, continue for still to inside the program now Sports Update Extra, and it come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program now, the time from the studio clock 10:30, and at this point we'll take a short break. When we come back, we continue the program.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equalizer.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45, as yourself will get a chance for add your voice to the program. Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equalizer.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45, as yourself will get a chance for add your voice to the program.
Program Sports Update Extra, they continue 077 981 981 at the number you go use. The number again at 077 981 981. Now the number you go use for be part of this edition. We'll open the phone line now. Fambul, you can call for make your contribution or add the voice to the different in them where we look at inside this edition of the program for make your contribution on the issues we will discuss inside this edition of the program. The number again is 077 981 981. The number again 077 981 981. Call now and make your contribution for our voice on the different things that we think about inside this edition. About the issues of violence, what you think is the responsibility of clubs and supporters them of different Premier League clubs them, and same way so the Europa League final where we don't get the finalists them. Aston Villa go play against Freiburg of the German Bundesliga, whilst Crystal Palace na the Europa Conference League safe go play against Rayo Vallecano for complete the day inside the Europa Conference League. The program now Sports Update Extra, and inside the program now they start for take calls them inside the program. We'll take the first call inside the program. Hello caller, good morning. Yes, Bakayoko, good morning.
Good morning, and thank you very much for having me.
Yeah.
Honestly, kudos to MD. You know, I think this guy, an expert for this Europa League. So, excuse me, they come, Athletic has not to the final, but unfortunately, they not the winner. We see I go Villarreal, I go to final, where they beat Manchester United, the winner. You see, not think about country, so it seems as if they play an extra Super. And they go all the way to the winner, 3 times in a row. Imagine. So I wish them all the best going forward because they are at least at some point of the league go for complete for the Premier League. But due to unavoidable circumstances, they're not able to continue. So I wish them all the best. More over an English team that. And coming to Paris, yeah, honestly, between me and they really come to me as a surprise. Paris for them at this stage. Considering the amount of quality players they already lost. And including, Eze, the way they rely on Eze, the way Eze left them for later put on this kind. Exceptional performance, it really comes to me as a surprise. They're not to Eze no more. They left a couple of other big names and, where they do, well, at the other side. And the player, the way they come, no trouble names them. But the man, he can manage and look at his not doing anything now. Yeah, of course, the Premier League, they're not playing at the perfect size, but yeah, that is very good. If they win and a big feather. Mind you, don't forget the in as much as some of them players they left for this particular team, I think when they win the FA Cup, they don't also. The FA Cup or Cali Cup, one parent. So when they be able to play at Liverpool or so, when they be playing the community, something like that. But anyway, that is very good. And of course, we have I know say a whole lot of people in the theater like underdogs as far as going into this championship. Okay, we agree, but however, you have to look at that day one in terms of the defense, we are very much okay. And also the defense no more. I agree say Paris Saint-Germain, yeah, they get good midfield, but what they do, we don't keep one. Then we get attackers them. We get man the way they really do extremely well. So this is going to be a very big final. And after whatever, after that 20 or so big opportunity to get, not to ever get this time. So this is a big momentum and a big opportunity for we. And it's the other thing that added to always at the table, one day winner. So this will go the extra mile who could go win this particular competition. I'm not saying there are so many United guys that will not do a long winner, but every time I really appreciate the opportunity of so strong and the radio, keep it on top like that. Like I can't believe we're going to play, Keneba. That name on I will not go for one. Yes, I don't want to share it. So level the next they don't give you some that for now. They don't give you the required results. With the coming in of Muscalon, I really appreciate that level more and more. So absolutely we're not going to go for that. Just go for them to point against when I get for going to Canada. I really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, plenty thank you to Bakayoko of Dwazak. 077-981-981 are the number you go use. 077-981-981 the number you go use for be part of this edition and add the voice to the different in the way we look at inside this edition of the program. 077-981-981 the number you go use. 077-981-981. Call now for make your contribution and we'll take another call again inside the program. Hello caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, you know where inside the call from?
And I'm Mr. Darami at the call from Ross Road.
Yes, Mr. Darami, what are the contributions, sir?
Well, the contribution is everything gets in time. Now, then we the Arsenal supporters, they believe in. Because people, they say, we are caretaker. But from where the league starts for this season, till to now, we're at the top. Then going to Champions League. The Champions League, we are one of the, I would say, this present Champions League, we are the only team we not lost no game. So we pray that for now we go get the double victory, we will all the hand for so that we go celebrate. And we therefore celebrate in a way that everybody go not say football is a change. So that na enemy own contribution. No, just patience. Let everybody they talk union, but we the patience. Thank you.
Okay then. Thank you very much. 077-981-981. The number you go use 077-981-981. And I think we'll lost the other caller again. 077-981. Call and make your contribution and add a voice to the different in them. We will look at inside this edition of the program. At any moment in time, we go for look at fixtures them. The number 077-981-981 are the number you go use. 077-981-981. Now the number you go use for be part of this edition where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, we they start for look at issue them. And this time we'll go on to fixtures them for play inside the weekend, and we got some very, very interesting fixtures on Saturday. For today, first off, we can't forget championship playoff for some of the teams them way then at the English Championship way, one for qualify and join Coventry and Ipswich. And today we get for see Hull City, they play against Millwall. So you can join that one day and watch them. They play in the evening at 7. Hello, caller. Yes, Bakayoko.
I think I can't be correct, but I think Jaffa for the Arsenal, Kele for the Chelsea, for anyone for the trainer, which I really want to understand. You know, actually, I mean, and all the, somebody we not a fan of Arsenal, you know, they support that team. I think, Kele or whosoever, I really want to get your take pertaining on this particular final. I mean, no hard feeling. But really just the point the way I feel like why in any way if you only have that winner, why if you don't only have that winner, why equally? But honestly, I really admire that sport program. Really consistent, you know, like it's up, they go to the more different ways of more and more going forward. But again, with me particularly and other people really, you know, anticipate more that hard for we to time. That's somehow so there are certain again it was some point where the program has been at that time in the done. Because the good part of this program, we are not the only focus on the local and that of international. That's unique how you are. So definitely we want to get more and more, you know, we advocate to the management to let them able to listen. We have some of this time going forward. But honestly, I really admire. In fact, I mean, at some point, I want a class as how can I say, Messi or Ronaldo? Oh yes, you two guys are just like wow, they are really exceptional. And whatever I own as because so I really appreciate it on a ticket. So I really want to get, a genuine opinion in terms of Arsenal and that of Paris Saint-Germain. I appreciate the opportunity. You know, I mean, of course, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not really, you know, where any other thing for me, say, pass over for winner. But I can normally let for me, a need to Boston, that I will get for us. So I'm able to learn more from, you know, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much for having me.
We'll take another call again. Hello, caller. Good morning. Hello, caller.
Yes, sir. How good morning?
No bad, I safe.
I said good people. Very good. I enjoy the program so much. I'm glad you're not English football fan. I'm glad you 3 English teams and don't go for final again. It don't happen one thing. This boy don't team. It don't happen again. The odd team are the very, 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 very more skeptical because like for Arsenal. They don't win their own cup. That's that final, semi-final on their own side that one day. After 20 years they go semi-final. Okay, then they tap here for so. Let them go try back. So the next time back after 20 years back, they will go final, then they will win cup. Okay? So yeah, somebody in the talk say, Boko Manchester United fans and supporters they not be glad the way Arsenal reach final. Arsenal be glad the way Manchester United don't qualify for go play Champions League. They're not be glad. Some people then they go and comment all say how that ball the set could that ball the handball the referee work all 80 you see. I mean, no, the people they forget about that relationship between Arsenal and Manchester United. For Allah will let us know. It just sounds like what we've been seeing here. It's a Lions and Blackpool because that would be Sabina. But now I don't know how it is because I know they follow up too much of the we leaked in there, so I know they follow up too much. So that's no more. As of now, they don't try this year. I'm glad for them. I congratulate them, but they don't race so. Paris Saint-Germain, they get nothing for do with their own team. Nothing they take the cup. I tell you for free. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 077-981-981 at the number you go use. 077-981-981. Now the number you go use. Bakayoko asked about my own opinion on the final. I will give that in a minute's time, but some of the fixtures I would expect for City today. Lens go play at the French Ligue 1 against Nantes, and German Bundesliga go Suicide Dortmund go engage Frankfurt, whilst Italian Serie A Torino go engage Sassuolo. Levante also go play against Osasuna. This is the Spanish La Liga. But on Saturday, it going to be very, very big. The first action on Saturday, Liverpool go engage with Chelsea, whilst Brighton and Wolves and Fulham, Bournemouth with Manchester United versus Sunderland all go play at 2 o'clock, and Man City go play at 4:30. Championship playoff again go play at 11:30 on Saturday, and we get a host of German Bundesliga match, and we get to see relegation threatened team Wolfsburg. They face Hungary Bayern Munich. Now the German Bundesliga, Leipzig also go play against St. Pauli, and Mönchengladbach against Augsburg. Serie A, we go Suicide Cagliari go engage Udinese. Lazio go play against Inter Milan, and Lecce go play against Juventus. And Spanish La Liga on Saturday, get to see Elche play against Alaves. Sevilla go engage Espanyol. Atletico Madrid go play against Celta Vigo, whilst Real Betis go play against Real Sociedad. That are some of the fixtures them on Saturday. On Sunday also we get some very, very interesting one them. But then we'll not get better time again. So for me, on the question way Bakayoko asked, me personally, I want for Suicide Arsenal to win trophies. I never experienced that one day except for that cup where Arteta winning in first season and against Manchester City. So I want to see that one day and how the mood go look like. So this fixture day very, very interesting moment at the moment, because Paris Saint-Germain they go play with a goalkeeper we been stop Arsenal in the 10 where they be meet without Donnarumma when a shot stopper. This goalkeeper way did it now, goalkeeper way he is kind of very, very good, but not as good as Donnarumma, and you know get that kind of experience there for face the striking force of Arsenal. And a downside for Paris Saint-Germain. Also again, you get players like Ashraf Hakimi will not go play, and Paris go on for rotate the squad. And rotating the squad, even though they get full squad depth on everybody, you know who's there for play, when for play, even when they put you out of position and can produce results. But it get for being interesting because Arsenal get points them for leverage on. And if Arteta do that one day right and able to make sure say Saka not feel big of himself now the team in that game day, because when you can see big team now they take you one for all ball and then Martinelli go one for overrun. So they get a lot of things them for do and for manage the game. Arteta need for able for decide between Eze or Odegaard who for play well, who for playing at that game day. If you want to go with pace, because Paris Saint-Germain you want to play them, you get for run after them full time. And so if you want to go with pace, Odegaard can be the best person. But if you want to control the game and you know say you know go for the lost possession, Eze can be the best person. So a lot of talking points, but the discussion will continue some other time. And plenty thank you to the listeners and viewers them, and also plenty thank you to my producer Musa Kamara. Me will bring Canton at this edition of Fanball, and I'm Jaffa Man Davis. Plenty thank you to Mohammed Kebe will be joining me at the studio, and also we will get DJ Kema will be making a get to live from a different radio system, and Mary Kamara Bangura make on see we live on Facebook and YouTube. Until the next edition, have a nice day. Goodbye for now.